have that in your lap?
I was gonna have my questions here anyway, but I got my phone. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do you have like an intro idea at all? Or do you want me to run a lot of this for the first episode?
You can run a lot for the first episode.
All right.
Since Dom's going to be the ghostwriter for next week.
All right. We don't have to tell people that.
Oh.
All right. Uh. All right. The questions that I have are kind of
We didn't even
all over the
introduce
place.
ourselves.
We're about to do it,
Oh,
Ma. It's just
okay.
the beginning.
Okay.
We're
I'm
not
just-
we're not there yet.
Okay,
We're
okay,
gonna get there. I
I just
promise.
want to make sure.
We're good.
Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
How long do you want this to be? Like an hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes?
Let's see how long we go today, and that kind of determines.
All
You know,
right.
I can.
I was like,
talk.
we can talk for a minute, especially with some of these questions. We'll probably get into some things. All right, y'all. First off, that's a bad start. Sorry. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boy Stefan. I'm here with my beautiful and amazing mother.
Shanika.
Yep. So this is our podcast. It's something that we thought about doing. A lot of people, I feel like value our ideas and I guess opinions on things,
Random conversations.
random conversations. I speak a lot and highly about my mom. So we was like, you know what? Let's do a podcast. So yeah, so this is the first one. Mom, how you doing today?
Just random. Good.
Good. Good.
Cold down here.
We are in the basement. So this is our first setup
Oh.
and everything. So welcome to our podcast titled From Our Heart to Yours, where we'll be talking about a lot of daily life things, a lot of real world things. We'll get deep and personal on some things. Y'all get to learn and connect with us a lot more than I feel like I get to tell you guys. I feel like it's a lot of things that, especially like my friends, don't know about me. And then I feel like a lot of my friends love you,
And don't
but
know much
they
about
don't know
me.
much about you. So I feel like this is a great way for us to do that. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, Ma, did you have a good Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day just passed after we.
Well, my Valentine starts today. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we tried to book a restaurant, of course, last minute. So, only availability we had was for today. So, today I'll be celebrating Valentine's Day.
Mm.
How about you?
I chill. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do much.
It's like this is your first Valentine without a besides
true
your
Valentine.
mom.
Yeah.
Besides your mom.
My mom's always my Valentine.
Every year.
If y'all don't know already, my mom is my number one person, I guess woman, I don't know, in my life. But I love my mom a lot, is what I'm really saying. And I feel like you've always made that a tradition to try and show us that type of love every year. You
Yeah.
still get us like gift bags and
Because if nobody loves you,
boxes.
your mama love you.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly. I guess we'll jump into that too. Like I feel like a lot of people the mama boy standard, like mama's boy, like I know a lot of girls don't like that from what I've heard and seen like on social media, but that's also
Right.
social media. But to me, I would say I am a mama's boy, but
Say that.
I'm not the stereotypical like, oh, like I always got to put my mom first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like you've also said not to do that.
Yes. I think things I've seen historically, like the mama boys, the mama typically also treats the son like her man.
Mm.
And I'm definitely opposite of that. I'm like real big on you and Kendall having your own lives and, spreading your wings and exploring and seeing things that I necessarily didn't get to see or had the opportunity. So, yes, you're a mama's boy, but not to where it would prevent you from being able to have a healthy relationship, friends, things like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know what makes you a mama's boy. Just because you love me or what?
I think just cause, especially like growing up, like as a kid, I was always up under you, and that might also been because like I lived with you,
Yeah.
and I was always with you. But
Mhm.
even if it was like a family function, or like we was out somewhere, or if we was like at a work event or something for you, like I was always up under you and like, where's my mom? Like,
Mhm.
where's she at? I remember one time, Kendall's dad. Now, for y'all that don't know, me and Kendall have different dads. Uh, it was you might remember this. We were at, I think, his mom's house. We was at somebody's house,
Mhm.
and y'all had left to go to the store, and I
Okay.
didn't know that. And I was like, "Oh, where's my mom?" And it was like, "Oh, she went to the store real quick. She'll be right back." And now that's normal. I feel like, and especially like in the black community, if you at somebody's house,
That you don't
yeah,
know.
you could come.
Yeah.
Well, even in general, like you could come freely because
Yeah.
you're with somebody. You're somewhere safe.
Mhm.
So I feel like so I was looking for you, and you was gone. Probably in my mind, hours.
Right.
Probably like 20 minutes for real to go
Right.
to the store and back. And then you came back. He was like, I didn't go. I was around the corner. He was like, I'm fine. Like I'm fine. You're fine. You're here with his family. It's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, but I don't know. I didn't know where you were. Like I was freaking out.
Yeah.
But that's the type of mentality I had as a kid. Like I was just always just attached to you. I think
Mhm.
that's what really makes me a mama's boy. Uh, yeah, 'cause I always just wanted to be up
Yeah,
under
I
you.
mean, I guess, and I mean, it goes back to like you said, like you live with me, you are with me 24/7. There was a lot of times where even when I worked, you went to work with me.
Mm,
Like, I mean, you like we were always like together. And I guess the same thing even with Kendall. I mean, I guess she's a mama's girl because she is like that. And I would say she acts worse than you do in regards to some of that stuff.
mm.
But I do remember, especially like when we lived with Granny and I would go like out on dates. You would sit, I don't know if you remember this. You would sit at the door and look out the window. Do you remember that?
I remember some of
And
that.
she would get so mad at you because she's like, "Let your mama have a life." But you were always wanting to know where I was,
Mm,
and I'm like, I don't know if it goes to like just being a mama's boy or like our lifelines depended on each other.
yeah.
So, I mean, some of that I didn't really see. I know, when you were little, I used to let you sleep with me all the time. I didn't think it was that big of a deal,
Mm,
but your nana hated it.
yeah.
Do not let that boy sleep with you. You ain't never gonna get him out the bed, and you're gonna get a man, and that man ain't gonna, want to deal with that.
Mm,
But and so I tried. Like I would put you in your room. I'd wake up, you'd be right back in the bed with me.
yeah.
But I'm like, I think that's just because again, we just depended on each other like that. So I still don't see you necessarily as a mama's boy. I see you as a boy that loves his mama, a mama that loves his boy. But Dom will tease me about that sometimes too.
Mm,
But to me, I've always been taught from Granny, like there's an expectation how we treated our males in the house. And so we start that very young. You know, some people don't necessarily do that in their family. So
yeah.
it's hard for them to see it. And when it's something that you don't understand, you label it as something else, such
True.
as a mama's boy. My opinion, my 2 cents on
Yeah.
that.
No, I think well first, I guess the segue, uh like I guess growing up for you, were you ever that like for your mom, for your dad, like for granny or granddad, like was that ever you? No. You
Never.
know?
I mean, because I'm the baby of five,
Yeah.
and then like Aunt Renee is 17 years older than me, so
Hmm.
she was pretty much like my mom. Granny worked all the time, so I never really saw her, and she worked third shift. So, and her and my dad divorced when I was 3,
Mm,
so I saw him every weekend, but I was not anywhere close attached to my dad. Now, to Granny, yes, but I didn't really get attached to her until much later in life. And I think that's when I realized, like, how much she really truly meant and the things that she taught me were for my good versus how I hated it when I was growing up.
mm.
So when I was younger, I really wasn't attached to anybody. Well, besides Aunt Renee, I was attached to her. So it's definitely different.
Yeah, I was like I growing up and like hearing the stories of like, you know, you and like Uncle Cal, Uncle Stevie, Aunt Nikki, Aunt Renee, and like just I guess the bond that y'all all had. Because even with that gap, I feel like stepped in
Hmm.
to play their role like as siblings. You know, even though they were much older, you were the baby,
Yeah.
and it's a 17-year gap between the oldest and the youngest. Like I
Right.
feel like that's pretty good. I feel like me personally, I can sometimes struggle with a 5-year gap with me and Kendall, but
Mhm.
it's weird because it's a weird pocket how I view it. Like with Kendall's age, and it's almost like a new generation. Even though
Mhm.
me and her are like the same generation, it's just different.
Yeah,
And
I can tell even with y'all being in the house, it's not the
yeah,
same.
it's a totally like just different vibe, I guess. And yeah, I've always kind of admired that part and
I don't
try
think
to
they were
mirror it.
really given a choice. I'm lucky that I tell my sister all the time, like I tell Renee, like I'm so lucky that she didn't resent me
Mm,
because that was our village. Mama's kids was her village. So that's how she was able to work because we helped each other out. So I got lucky that, at 17, Renee had me all the time. So that was her prime time. She was in college. So she spent a lot of her time raising me versus partying and doing things the typical 20-year-olds do.
mm,
So I always tell her all the time, I'm so thankful that she didn't resent me for the fact that she had to help raise me. So, and then that's why having you and Kendall, I'm so big on. I don't want you being responsible for her in that regard because even though Aunt Renee does not resent me, she did not get to live like her 20s. So I'm real big on you do you. I, of course, I help you, ask you to jump in whenever,
mm,
but for the most part, I just want you to enjoy your life and not have to worry about taking care of somebody else's kid.
yeah. Speaking of kids, a question I did have to kind of like get to know each other. This first episode is really meant to like get to know.
Again, random.
Yeah, it's really meant for y'all to like get to know us better. So that's why we're just like off the top, just ripping whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, what was your like? What was your impression of me when I was born, and of course you can get into Kendall when she was born.
What do you mean by impression?
Like I guess like how did you feel, and like how did your world change when we were born?
So with you, it's crazy. Everybody was wondering. I mean, I was 23 when I had you.
Hmm.
I thought it was weird. Granny was like, "When are you going to give me a grandbaby?" That is weird. I wasn't married. Matter of fact, me and your dad wasn't even together.
Hmm.
When I had you, so I thought that was really weird. But um, of course, got pregnant. And my thought was, I mean, we were gonna try to work it out. Just had this idea in my head of what our family was gonna look like. Everything that that your dad and I had planned didn't work that way.
Yeah.
So I had just graduated from UK. I came home so I can have help. He was supposed to come home and finish his master's program because he had already graduated a year before me. He couldn't get into U of L, so he ended up having to stay in Lexington, and he moved to Nicholasville. So I didn't get the hands-on support for him that I wanted. Um, Now, I mean, he came and got you every weekend. He kept you all summer. I
Hmm.
hated that, but he would keep you all summer. But I mean, it changed in regard.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. It was a weird cutout. Go ahead.
Where was I? Should I just pick up where I was?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it was for me. It was hard because I had to ask for help. I needed everybody, all hands on deck. I was in the master's program at U of L. I was living with Granny, and I was sick. I didn't know when I first had you. I was sick as a dog and
Hmm.
couldn't figure out what it was. So Aunt Renee and Aunt Nikki used to have to come over and pretty much take care of you. Found out my gallbladder was bad, so um, had that taken out. But Granny used to sit with you at U of L in the car, while I went to class. She was my number one supporter. Um, you was on U of L's campus at 3 weeks old. I
Yeah.
would have you in my lap in the lab uh, for class, and people like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "It's my baby," because I was determined. I was like, "I'm gonna finish this program."
Mm,
It was a 1 year program, and my advisor told me I wasn't gonna finish it. There was no way to have a baby in the middle of the semester and finish on time. But I did it, and I did it with Granny, and with you being on campus. Thank God you were a good baby. You
mm,
slept all the time, but the number one thing that was hard was asking for help. I used to call your daddy all the time crying because I tried to breastfeed you. You wouldn't latch on. So you was out crying because you're hungry. Granny went out while I was taking a nap and bought you some formula. I woke up and this woman was feeding you with a bottle. I called your daddy and was bawling because I was like, I'm not, because I'm in my mind, I have to breastfeed you in order for you to be this healthy baby.
mm,
So I was crying and he was like, let her help you. And I didn't want to. That made me so angry. But I realized I wouldn't have made it if I didn't have all of them helping.
right.
So that was hard. I mean, at 23 and used to being like I'm the princess and the spoiled brat of my family. So to make it about somebody else, it was a transition. It was easy
Mm,
to do because, there's everybody says there's no love like a mother's love, like to see something you've given birth to and you just love it so much. But it was a huge transition. But you were definitely my motivation to get through that program because I wanted to be able to take care of you.
mm,
So for you, Kindle is, I mean, completely different. I was 28 when I had Kindle, but me and her dad were together, but he was not as supportive, and she was not expected.
mm,
So that was really hard. It was more emotionally hard, financially to take care of her. And now I've already had the experience of you. I know exactly what to do,
mm,
but it was like that. I didn't have that village and that support necessarily from his side of the family. Still had it from mine, and then I had a lot of coworkers that took like both of y'all in as like family, and they're still family to us today. So um, I would say the huge difference is when you have your first baby, you want to do everything the right way.
mm.
Your your outfit and your socks had to match. If they did not, I was mad. If somebody else dressed you and didn't have everything matching from head to toe, I was so upset. You have a second child, you really don't care. Just put it together.
Mm,
There were certain kind of diapers you had to wear, or I would be upset. Second child, I'll buy them loves, they cheaper. So you
mm.
learn like some of the things that you thought that was so important really
Mm,
ain't that important
right.
anymore. So uh, she probably got the short end of the stick.
Hey,
You say you're the guinea pig, but she gets the short stick on
she
some
gets the
things.
short stick, but I think it kind of flipped now. I was getting better diapers. Now she's getting
Kendall lives
pretty
lavishly.
good. She's living pretty good.
She doesn't think so, but yeah.
She'll see it in the future though. I think with me, like growing up, I, I feel like a lot of this is just talking about like growing up. But I think that's just the beginning of
Mhm.
everything. Like, uh, I don't know. Like I look back and just even talking about like just Kendall or like you and Dad's relationship
Mhm.
raising me and stuff like that. Like a lot of that stuff matters. Like you and Dad, uh, like y'all did an amazing job, especially with what y'all could do and what y'all did do. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And like I said, I lived with you. I stayed with you my my whole life, and then I would visit Dad, and then my views, I guess, on both of y'all is like from that has helped shape that. If
Mhm.
that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but I say that to say like even like with Kendall, I because the reason why I asked that question was because I was gonna get into like viewpoints on like just how you look at us and just how you view people in general.
Mhm.
So like I was excited when Kendall came.
Yes, you
I
were.
was really excited
Yes, you were.
because I wanted a sibling,
Mhm.
and then I was. head over heels about Kendall
Mhm.
until she could speak.
Mhm.
And then when she spoke, then it was like,
I'm gonna say
I want a little
kindergarten.
bro. I want a little brother. I was like, he ain't gonna talk as much, and he's gonna play sports with me. But even still, like even today, like, and I'll even say this about Dom, it's harder for me to show that affection and that love simply because, not because I don't have it. I just think certain things have happened, and it's just kind of prevented that. Even like with dad, it's like it's harder because we had that separation, and
Mhm.
we didn't have uh the daily intimacy, or like the daily, I don't know if intimacy is the right word.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. I
like
mean, still.
the daily just love and affection, like I guess that you would give. I get to see you every day. I get to
Right.
come home, have dinner with you and all that stuff. And then with him it was like, bro, I only see you like maybe an hour, once a month, twice a month, if that.
Mhm.
Excuse me, or if like I seen him at my football games and stuff like that. Like it wasn't as long, I guess, as I would like for it to be.
Yeah.
Uh but with Kendall though, and I hope she knows this. She knows it, but like I love her so much, and I
Mhm.
want the best for her, and I don't want. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So as y'all can clearly see, the audio and the visual for this episode was pretty bad. So enjoy the rest of the episode. Next week we gonna be on it. I promise y'all. Love y'all. And those of you that are listening and hopefully watching, we had a camera set up. I don't know what's going on with the camera, but if you guys have any questions for us to answer, or us to even talk about, you guys can also, you know, put them in the comments, or just reach out to us and just tell us, hey, y'all should talk about this on y'all's next podcast, because we expect to do this pretty frequently.
Mhm.
Let's see. Some of these questions, I think we've kind of like hit a lot of the points.
So, did we really answer like? I mean, do they know who we are? I know that you said that there's like, what do you think? There's things that your friends don't know about you. I found
I
that
don't know. I
you
feel
said that
like,
was interesting because I'm like, I thought they knew everything about you.
yeah. So like a big thing is, and I felt like we would kind of get into that in later episodes, and we still will, still might. I think one thing is my dad. Like I don't talk to them a lot about my dad.
Okay.
They know like our relationship is a little rocky sometimes, or it can sometimes just be a little questionable. Uh, Dad, if you listen, I do love you, bro. I'm not.
Of course you do.
I'm not trying to. This is not to like bash you or none of that. Uh, we're just talking about like past things that's happened between us. But yeah, like stuff like that. Really like personal things. Like they don't know much about me and Kendall.
Really?
They don't know much. Like they know like funny things that has happened to Kendall, or like things in general. Like I'll be, oh, like last year, for whose birthday was it? It was Allison's birthday. My friend Allison. She We went out for her birthday to do something,
Mhm.
but Kendall had prom that same day, and I was like, oh, I gotta go
Mhm.
meet up for Kendall's prom or whatever. And they was like, oh, like I hope she has fun, like that type of things.
Yeah.
But they don't know like
It's almost
me and
like
her relationship for real.
they know how I would view like people that don't really truly know me. They know me like my Facebook status.
Yeah,
Like I don't post like all the things we go through. It all just looks great.
yeah,
So they might see the cute pictures of Kendall and us doing stuff together, but they don't know that there's lots of times where it it ain't like that
yeah.
here.
But even still, like the cool, funny, like they don't know a lot of stories that we have. Like they don't
Mhm.
know a lot of the funny things, even like how it was growing up with Granny in the West End. Like I would love telling like those stories and getting people to,
Mhm.
because they know like I have friends from there that I talk about, and you know like Gavin and all of them, like they know about DJ because of his art and
Right.
everything. Shout out to DJ West End,
Hey DJ.
West End Studio Productions, West Innovation. Sorry, uh, but yeah, so they know about him, a couple other people too, but they don't know them for real. Like they don't know like the stories and all that stuff. So I kind of want to tell more of those stories, tell things between like stories about me and Kendall, me and
Mhm.
my dad, us, everything like that type of knowledge that they don't know
Okay. I got it. Well, I'm an open book, so I don't necessarily go out and just like tell my business, but if somebody asks, I'm definitely open to tell any and everything that I've been through.
about. Yeah.
I feel like if it's an opportunity to help somebody else to go through, to not go through some of the hard things that I went through, I'd rather tell that. That's kind of how my premise on raising y'all. Like I try
Mm.
to give y'all, I guess, my experiences and not necessarily say don't do it because you still have to experience your own thing. You still have to bump your own head. But I try to use my life examples to be like, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing right now, like in our conversations, especially like when we have Dom involved, Dom has a whole different view than me. We're so opposite. But talking about just like taking care of yourself and loving yourself and putting yourself first, like your dad said, you're the prize.
Mm.
Like trying to really instill that in y'all because it took such a long time for me to grasp that and to know like you can, setting your boundaries when it comes to the people that love you and the people that you let inside your circle. Um, those are life lessons that you're still going to learn even when you think that you are looking out for yourself, but somebody else that you think that you could trust or that's loyal, you find out that they're not, you're going to still experience those things, but at least to be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
Look for the red flags. I was pretty naive growing up, so there was no red flags for me. I assumed everybody was good. And everybody had good intentions. I still am like that to an extent
Mm-hmm.
where, like Dom will say, I'm extremely naive about certain things. Matter of fact, we just had that conversation about how like I don't have good experiences with like retail stuff.
Yeah.
Like people take advantage of me because I'm too nice, or I assume everybody else has the good intentions. But those are things that I hope that y'all can avoid in some regard. I mean, heartbreak is inevitable. I think in order to find your person that you're supposed to, you're gonna go through that. But how you bounce back is huge, and how you carry yourself during that time and take care of yourself during that time is huge too.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think that's something that I've been kind of learning as well. But see, look, that's what this podcast is for,
Mhm.
is because they love your wisdom,
Mhm.
they love your your ideas, your ideology, all that. They love your mother nature.
It's really just me telling y'all about my fuck ups and being
But
like, don't do it.
but that's that's what my friends love about you. Like they rave and they think you're so gorgeous. They think you're amazing, and you are, of course.
No,
But
thanks. Y'all don't see how I wake up.
but but they really just love like how you can give that type of advice and just be real. I think that's the real thing. You're real.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wanted to speak on this earlier too. Like I want this to be, because you had mentioned in the thing that I read yesterday that you gave me, uh you had mentioned that you wanted to know more about 20 something Steph
Mhm.
and like what he's got going on. So I kind of want this, and I guess it's the ground rule. I want this to be as open, as honest as we always are, and as colorful as well.
Mhm.
I
I'm a
kind
cusser.
and I got that from you.
Everybody.
So I was like, so I want this to be open and like we can't. I'm really asking. It's cool for me to be
Yes,
colorful with the
that's fine.
language. That's fine. I mean,
That's
I do it.
fine.
I do it in my music. I was very
Kendall
nervous.
was like, Stephon cusses a whole lot.
And
I don't
she's
know why.
worse.
I believe it because we can hear her in the room.
Yeah,
But
I'm
she's
like,
like, he cusses so much you wouldn't even know.
she's worse than
But
me.
I'm like, for me, I was never like a big cusser. Like, if I mean for real, y'all, I grew up. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I was like Miss Goody Two Shoes. I didn't cuss for real. I didn't get into cussing until probably after I got like real heavy Cussing, I'm gonna say like once I got married.
Mm,
I feel like that because it's like my
that's a lot.
is
No, I
it?
was just
I was like, is it?
playing. No.
Because I'm like, I don't feel like I felt like I was like always like the therapy mom. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
let's sit down. Like, because when they moved in, they didn't know what a family meeting was. But
yeah.
I think as things have happened in life and I've become so frustrated, the only way to express my frustration is to cuss.
Mm,
And it feels good. And it don't hurt nobody.
yeah.
But so yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, that was something like I was just saying like I was nervous to show you my music because I was cussing in it, and like and
I'm sure somebody in our family is feeling some type of way about it, but
hey,
whatever.
we ain't gotta talk
I
about
don't
that.
care.
We ain't gotta talk about that.
I don't know who, but
But
it don't matter.
but I mean, and I don't care as well because I mean, if somebody was actually listening to what I'm saying,
Yeah, it's more than that.
it's not like I'm pushing anything negative.
Yes.
Most of it's actually positive. Um, it's funny because uh, Gwen was like, well, Gavin told me he's like, Gwen wants you to make a women's empowerment song, and I was like,
Can you do
okay,
that?
I guess I don't know, but we gonna figure it
I was
out.
like, because you ain't lived through a struggle as a woman.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, we gonna figure out a way to do it, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of good in the music that I make. If you want to check it out, look up Stephon Harris. My newest single is Baby Boo. It's also a music video on YouTube right now, and my Instagram at Steph D Harris or the For Real Steph. So that's my music page.
Great
But
way of plugging yourself.
yeah, shameless plug, shameless plug. Uh, but yeah, so yeah, I was very nervous. But then you was actually like interested, like you actually liked it, you know?
Because I know that y'all have a whole life outside of me. I know y'all cuss. I know, like, I know there's a lot of things about y'all that I would never know and probably don't want to know.
Yeah.
You know, I remember once, I can't remember when it was, I saw the look on your face and I was like, Stefan, are y'all having sex? Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember me asking, like, it wasn't that long ago. It may have been like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I was like, "Are y'all having sex?" And the look on your face looked like you're like the blood drained from your face. It looked like you was about to cry. And I was like, "I don't even want to know. I'm just saying, just put something on. Like I do not want grandbabies." But there's a lot of things about y'all that I'm sure that I will never know, and I don't need to know necessarily as your mom. But I know y'all cuss, so that one is not as major. Of course, I don't want y'all just walking around the house cussing
Yeah.
or whatever, but like but Kendall, like when she's trying to tell a story and she's like, Mama, I'm about to cuss. Like she has to always put that insert in her. I'm about to cuss, is it okay? And I'm like, Kendall, just tell the story. Like that I mean, that's fine. But so yeah.
It's a respect thing. Cause growing
Absolutely.
up, we always was just so like, of course, don't do that in front of your parents.
Yeah.
And
I don't want y'all doing that around adults and being disrespectful and
now we're older though. It's kind of like, it's kind of, is it cool now? Like, is it okay? Dad don't care. Dad would have been
of
cool if
course
I
he
wasn't
does
like
not.
10. Like he did not care for. I ain't gonna say 10, but yeah, in my teenage years, he definitely would not care. He don't care now. I can just be open with him, uh, but I can't be as open and honest with him as I am you. So we'll say that.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. But nah, uh, all right, so cool. So we got some of those ground rules out the way
hmm
a little bit. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Um, no, I don't think so. I really do want people just to kind of get an idea of who we are, what our relationship is like.
Yeah,
I mean, this is our authentic self. Like we could literally be sitting at the kitchen table, or you sitting on the edge of my bed, and we having these random conversations.
yeah,
So I hope that that authenticity comes through, um, and then people kind of understand why you are the way you are. I got hopefully get some good out of it, get some laughs out of it, maybe some tears out of it.
yeah.
Um, good old therapy. This is my way of therapy now since I haven't done therapy in 7 years.
Dang.
It's been a long time. So this will be good.
Yeah, and of course, like with future episodes and stuff, we'll structure it to talk about certain things. You guys can tell us at home, or listeners can tell us, like I said, what y'all would love to hear from us, and what y'all would love to know about us, and what y'all would like for us to talk about. Y'all can just let us know and reach out or leave it in the comments and just let us know that. So yeah, I think this is a great first episode.
It
I think we
was.
did
Good
pretty
job,
pretty
Steph.
good. So yeah, y'all. Thank y'all again for listening, watching. It's gonna be a weird episode because it's the first one. Like I said, we had a camera and a video going, and then it just crashed out.
We gotta figure
So
some things
we'll
out.
have like half a video, I guess, and then we'll have the rest of it as audio. I'm looking at the audio right now. We gonna have some chops. I ain't gonna lie. But appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will hopefully weekly.
Yeah, we could do this
Well, yeah,
weekly.
like I
I
think
could talk
weekly's good.
forever.
Uh, so yeah, y'all. Once again, like I said, thank y'all. Appreciate
From
y'all.
our heart to
From our heart to
yours.
yours. Peace.